Sometimes, the worst place you can be is inside your own head, not because your mind is weak, but because it's powerful. Powerful enough to replay mistakes that no one else even remembers. Powerful enough to create scenarios that haven't even happened. Powerful enough to convince you that you're behind when you're actually just getting started. I've been there. There were moments where everything on the outside looked like progress. Work was getting done, ideas were flowing, things were moving. But internally, noise, constant overthinking, second guessing. What if this doesn't work? What if I'm not doing enough? What if I'm wasting time? And the crazy part is, none of those thoughts were actually helping me move forward. They just kept me stuck. See, your mind can either be a tool or a trap. And a lot of times, we don't even realize when it switches. I remember a period where I was working, building, creating, but I couldn't enjoy any of it. Every win felt small. Every mistake felt bigger than it actually was. I'd sit there thinking about everything I should be doing, instead of focusing on what I was doing. And that's when it hit me. The problem wasn't the work. It wasn't the timing. It wasn't even the situation. It was how much time I was spending in my own head, instead of in action. Because the truth is, your mind will always try to protect you. It will try to keep you safe from failure, safe from embarrassment, safe from discomfort. But the same system that protects you can also limit you. Because growth doesn't happen in comfort. It happens in movement. And overthinking kills movement. You start analyzing instead of executing, planning instead of doing, waiting instead of building. And before you know it, days go by, weeks go by, and nothing changes. Not because you couldn't do it, but because you stayed stuck in your head. So I had to make a shift. Instead of asking, what if this goes wrong? I started asking, what can I do right now? Not tomorrow. Not when everything feels perfect. Right now, even if it's small. Write something. Post something. Create something. Learn something. Because action clears the mind. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be real. There was a time I didn't feel ready to put certain content out. Didn't feel ready to speak on certain things. Didn't feel like I was there yet. But I realized something. If you wait until you feel ready, you might never start. So I leaned into it. Even when it felt uncomfortable. Even when it felt messy. Even when I knew it wasn't perfect. And every time I did, that noise in my head got quieter. Not because everything was solved, but because I was moving. That's the takeaway. You don't silence your mind by thinking more. You silence it by doing more. You don't need to win every internal battle. You just need to stop letting it control your actions. Because at the end of the day, your thoughts don't define your direction. Your actions do. So the next time you find yourself stuck, overthinking, going in circles, pause, take a breath, and ask yourself one simple question. What's one thing I can do right now? Then go do it. Because sometimes, the worst place you can be is inside your own head. But the moment you step out of it, you realize you were never stuck. You were just thinking too much.